Hey guys, Noclip back here for another video, guys. Welcome back to episode of my Noclip series, where we Noclip inside and outside the NFL stadiums, and we kind of take a look at what's going on in the world of Madden 24 here. So I have a couple more stadiums to end off the series. We have the Bucks, Panthers, Seahawks, Giants, and Jets left. Now, obviously, the Giants and the Jets are the same stadium. They're literally both MetLife Stadium. So I'm probably going to, two birds, one stone that video, if you know what I mean. But other than that, though, the series is wrapping up. Crazy to say because it's been so long, it feels like. Like, we just started the series, but at the same time, it's obviously been 25 teams already. This is our 25th team. So, starting off right away, those tunnels actually intertwine with one another, as you guys can see. So, kind of interesting. The Raiders Stadium is one of those stadiums that is a little bit newer. Obviously, because they just moved over to Las Vegas, what was it, 2, 3, 4 years ago? I think it was like 4 years ago at this point. But right here, we have this kind of weird, I don't know what this is, area. Definitely different. Now, of course, a lot of these textures, a lot of these areas in these stadiums, they just simply are not textured beyond a certain point. So, this what I would guess here is this is an escalator, these stairs, and it probably goes up to, higher up here. So, it kind of goes up to here, and you go, even higher and higher. So, that's what I'm going to guess is going on there, because if not, I don't understand this area or the purpose of it. Because you can't really see the stadium. Is this like a water fountain? This reminds me kind of like a water fountain. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, or maybe it's because it's 5 a.m. in the morning. But I was going to say, because right here, if you're standing right here, you can't really see anything. I mean, yes, you could walk out and actually walk on the fields or something like that, but you can't really see anything from that area. So there isn't much really advantage to be in this area other than just talking to one another and kind of associating with one another. Also, I will say, it must be, crazy cold in that area. Just because it doesn't look like there's any insulation at all in that area. Alright, so this is connected to... Wait, did I just double around here? Or is this the same exact copy and paste tunnel? No, okay, no, this is... Okay, so I did by accidentally doubled around there. So this is the other tunnel. So this is the tunnel that's the opposite of the, connected tunnel. So we have some red boxes here. Or I guess some red electric panels. A fire extinguisher. That's the first time we've seen one in a stadium. If you guys remember last video, I think the Steelers had a sign for it, but they didn't have the actual item. They actually have the actual item in this stadium. Nice. I think that's pretty much now the only stadium so far we've visited that's actually technically up to code for that purpose, because I think you need to have them in your stadium. So, shout out to the Raiders Stadium for actually following, the rules, I guess? I don't know. But anyway, though, going right into this area, we have what looks like it's just a reflection of the field. This is your typical, if you guys are new to the channel, this is your typical bullcrap reflection by EA Sports, where it's literally looks like a Minecraft build of it. You see the size, the stadium, if this was reflecting off of this, right, you wouldn't see all this. You would only see this much. But what they do is they take a picture of the field, right? They take all the crowd out of it. So that's why you see the bleachers. And I call it a Minecraft recreation of it because it looks so blocky. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that is. You're going to see that across the board for this one too. Now, surprisingly enough, this is actually not the most horrendous one. Because usually when we see these reflections, it doesn't it shows just the field. It doesn't show the outside. This actually does show the outside, which is actually cool. But yeah, you can see if we're looking at this way through the stadium, why are we seeing all the way over here? EA is not good at doing reflections when it comes to the stadiums. I'm just going to tell you that now. Not really the greatest at doing it, but it is what it is. What can you expect? Alright, so going through here, looks like the escalator. Okay, we're kind of glitched out here. the escalator doesn't really go anywhere / do anything, so it doesn't actually like go to an area we can actually walk around in and move around in. So let's go down here, and let me just kind of just back up real fast. And it looks like, okay, so we hit a wall right here. So this is like a little lounge, I guess, lounging area. It looks kind of like a podium area where like you'd have a secretary or something. So going out here yet again, I don't think we're going to be able to really, like down here, it's probably going to be, I'm going to guess the same exact location as the other one. Or same exact concept, and it looks like it is. Except we do have some suites over here. So we have some little suites. My speech impediment kills me. Suites. Sweet. Yeah. Something like that, okay? The custom areas for, you know, fans that want to spend $1,000 on the games. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so going down here, let's actually go inside the stadium here. We have the different little snack vendors as we go around. And what you will see is a lot of this is just going to be a pretty much copied and paste across the board. We see this a lot of times when it comes to EA stadiums or Madden stadiums we have seen so far, where a lot of them are simply just copied and pasted. Tell me down below if you've been to the stadium and if this is realistic or not, because never been to Raiders Stadium. I kind of am interested to see if this is somewhat realistic to what it is. Because if it is, this is not what I would have expected, I'll be honest with you. I kind of expected Raiders Stadium to be like, kind of like SoFi. You know, because it's a newer stadium. So I kind of expected that SoFi experience where everything is like, you know, I guess top of the, you know, like the greatest of all time pretty much stadium-wise. Unless I'm just like sleeping on the stadium completely, which I possibly could be. The stadium maybe is that good and just Madden's not portraying it as well as it could. We have the torch right here, which is freaking amazing. We have Raiders logo on both sides of that torch. I still like them better in Oakland, and I think Oakland is a better place for them. I know Los Angeles was one point was the Raiders' home. So, like, Los Angeles or Oakland, I would think is probably the best location for this team. But going through here, you can see a lot of this is just copied and pasted. So I don't really think there was really too much inside this stadium. Which is kind of disappointing, too, because this is like the stadium you would think there would be a lot of content in. We do have the press box right here. I'm going to try to get inside here. So this is, I guess not the press box. This is just a regular suite. Problem is, though, you can't see anything. Can you imagine that? You spend $1,000 on this and you literally get a black box. But then the people over here actually get a good view. Okay, so people over there get a good view, but the other people do not. So this one, they actually get a great view of the stadium and everything. Like, that's beautiful. That's actually pretty amazing. But then the other one gets absolutely dull crap view. Yeah, so, man, these stadiums never surprise me. Alright, so let's look on the outside here, because that's pretty much all we can, like, kind of not look at, but that's really all there is inside that stadium. A lot of it's just copied and pasted all the way around. Alright, so this is the outside. Let's go ahead and look at it at different angles here. So we have the Raiders. We have a gigantic LCD screen, which I think is freaking amazing. It's really cool to look at. We have Allegiant Stadium right there. We have the Raiders logo. And let's actually go to the, let's go zoom down here. We have the Raiders image. I said this in another video, and I'll say it again. I hope when everything that it doesn't actually say that at the stadium, and it just says something else. And EA just put Raiders image because they forgot to put the image. It probably does say the Raiders image, like, you know, in the Raiders image pretty much. Like, this is how we play. We are the Raiders. But, man, I would just love it so much if it was the opposite. And it was like, EA actually just messed up. And again, I don't, like, you know, prey on EA's downfall. But the amount of memes / trolling that would cause would be amazing. But, again, like I said, no one really ever sees it other than the people watching this video. And obviously, of course, you know, EA Sports who created the game. So, they're the only ones who are actually going to see that. So, now we have downtown Las Vegas. And this is when things get interesting. Because out of all the cities that should be customized / you know, created with, I feel like Las Vegas would be the stadium that would have the most. We also have buses outside, which is kind of cool. We haven't seen too many buses in other stadiums, so Kind of interesting. We have a practice field right here. We also have some more parking lots, so a lot of parking lots around here. And the first thing I see that it just interests the crap out of me, other than welcome to the stadium, is the pyramid. And I actually showed this off in another video when I actually customized this pyramid and added a most feared artwork to it. So I actually added one to this pyramid before. But yeah, this pyramid is freaking amazing. Now what they don't have in this stadium is the gigantic spear. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, there is a spear, which is literally just a gigantic building that's a spear with LCD screens all the way around it. And it can literally change into anything that you want it to. It can play any video you want. It can, you know, do pretty much anything. So, kind of disappointed that's not here. I don't know if EA could have created that anyway, but that would have been kind of cool. So right here we have our bouncy castle. I don't know what this is, I'll be honest with you. I call it the bouncy castle, but reality-wise, it's probably something to do with like a hotel chain or maybe a casino. It has to be a casino because it's Las Vegas. There's no way this is not a casino in some kind or some way. And it's all connected to all these buildings. So this is connected to this building, which is connected to this building over here. So it's all one building. It has to be a casino. With how much money Las Vegas makes off that, I would not be surprised if one of the biggest buildings in Las Vegas is definitely a casino of some kind. Right here we have... Okay. This is... Is this real? Or is this just like EA mess up here and the textures are going through each other? Because that would be very interesting if this was actually real with how this is textured. Like if this was actually the real life thing here, like building wise, that would be very interesting. Alright, so what we have over here. So we just have some buildings. Looks like some like storage units kind of. It kind of reminds me of like a storage unit type of thing. Or like a storage locker facility where you can actually just like store things. That might be something to do with the stadium though. Very possible. It's very close to the stadium. Usually when things are very close to the stadium, usually that has something to do with the stadium. Alright, so this looks... First I want to say this is a power plant, but now it kind of reminds me of like an untextured basketball stadium. Of some kind of a hockey stadium. So if we go all the way out here to the end, you can see that it's literally just a 2D texture of mountains. So these aren't actually mountains, obviously. These are just a 2D textured of them. And they go all the way around. So kind of interesting, EA, you know. Now, I'm not surprised that they put the mountains in the background there. Because if you look at it from a distance, it's like that optical illusion where you can't tell if it's actually real, if it's just a 2D texture. It's just a 2D texture, but for the purposes of what it is, it's actually not that bad. There is no way all these buildings are connected like this. I refuse to believe that. Again, you can tell me down below if I'm completely incorrect. I just refuse to believe, and this is not real. I know that dang straight is not real. If there was a building that small, that skinny, but that tall, I feel like that would blow over with the first, like, hurricane or tropical storm at all. Like, that would be like, you know, a 6th grade science experiment. Like, how fast could this building just collapse? And that would be probably the first one that collapsed. That's definitely something I have to do, though, is go down to Las Vegas. I gotta visit Las Vegas sometime soon. Because it is, based on what I have been told, it's like one of the most amazing places to visit. And also lose money at. So it's like, you know, it's a 1A, 1B type scenario. But I want to go into that gigantic spear. I want to see what it's like. They have like 3D videos in there. Look at that. The water is textured and reflective. I love you, EA, for that one. But yeah, so it actually has like 3D and 4D videos in there. It's like the best screen. I think it's like 8K resolution screen wise. Like, I need to see all this. Maybe I'll make a vlog out of it and put it on the channel. Just to like show you guys my experience doing it. But I think it would be a really cool concept, this idea. Alright, so the terrain for some reason is just like a lot higher over here. Not sure what's going on there, but okay, interesting. So it doesn't look like there's really anything else to explore in this map. This is pretty much just a cut and paste, nothing else really. Which I'm not too surprised about. again, like I said, it just seems like the stadiums that EA should go crazy on, like the Raider Stadium, I feel like they just don't want to go crazy on. Like, there isn't much to really that they go detail-wise. Which is crazy, too, because, like, these are the stadiums where I feel like if you're going to go crazy, you go crazy on this stadium. Instead, they go crazy on the Chiefs Stadium, and it's like, I get it, they're the Chiefs, you know, but, like, same time, I feel like it'd be, like, more fun to do this type of stadium because just so much, you know, going on. It's a brand new stadium. It's so fun to actually kind of look at and break down. But no, EA just was like, you know what? Chiefs Stadium, you guys are about to get the best stadium possible. Everybody else, not at all. And look at that. The reflection here doesn't even make sense. This is a reflection of the stadium. If you look outside right now, right? Because obviously this is not a reflection inside, right? There's a dark wall behind it. This reflection says that when you look outside, or this mirror, or this glass says, you're going to see the stadium, you're going to see a bus, you're going to see a road in front of you, and nothing. This is what it shows. This is what you see. EA would never get the whole reflection stuff down, ever. Peace out, guys.